Welcome back to the Warriors Garden. Today we're talking about co-witnessing irons when you have a solid, reputable red dot on your pistol. A couple of you guys asked me why I don't have them on my pistol in my last video, and I thought today I would test out and find out if you actually need them or if they actually are a priority. So we're going to be running some drills with the red dot on, with the red dot off, and with the red dot completely obstructed to find out at what point does it become necessary or a priority to have co-witnessing irons. Let's do our scripture reading and then we'll hop into the video.
Today's scripture reading is Mark 3:25. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
So I'm of the belief that co-witnessing irons are not a priority on your pistol if you have a trustworthy, good red dot on it. And that's because I think that your fundamentals should carry over, even if the red dot were to turn off or not be, run out of battery, whatever it is. I think that your fundamentals should still allow you to get accurate rounds on target, especially with the average distance of a pistol engagement, according to the FBI, being 25 yards or in. So we're going to find out if that's true or not today. By doing that, I'm going to really push myself with the pistol. I'm going to shoot 2 different drills at 3 different distances in 3 different red dot configurations. So the red dot's going to be on, it's going to be off, and then for the last configuration, I'm going to put cardboard and completely obscure my view, so that'd be worse than shooting with nothing on top of my pistol. After that, like I said, 3 different distances. So we're going to shoot 7 yards, 25 yards, and 50 yards, which is really getting to, I would assume, and I think the end of where you might reasonably engage something or someone with your pistol. Obviously, you can go further, but being realistic here. And we're going to shoot 2 different drills. So the Dickens drill, and then the other drill is just going to be 2 on one target, a reload, and then transition 1 on the last target. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. Find out if I'm wrong and we really do need suppressor height irons, or if I can still semi-accurately shoot and get rounds on target with no co-witnessing irons. So the red dot with it on is going to be our point of reference, red dot off, and then red dot block. So let's do it. For anyone who doesn't know, this is what the red dot looks like while it's on. This first drill is 10 rounds at 7 yards in 15 seconds or less. I shot it in 5 seconds and I had 1 Charlie. Next, this is what my dot looks like while it's off. I shot this in 7 seconds with 7 Charlies. That top left corner box is a hit factor chart, so you can kind of follow along and see how I'm doing score-wise. This is what my dot looks like obstructed, and I shot this in 6 seconds with 6 Charlies, so I actually shot this better than I did with my dot off. All the hit factors were calculated using T-Rex Arms app. Range Day app, excuse me. This is 25 yards, dot back on, and I had 4 Charlies and shot it in 7.5 seconds. The dot off, shot it in 11.5 seconds with 8 Charlies and 2 misses. I was hitting high right a lot with the dot off. You'll kind of see that throughout the video. Not great shooting, but the dot blocked, or obstructed, I shot in 8 seconds. Then I had 1 Charlie and 9 mics, 9 misses, so not good at all. Pretty bad. That's why there's no hit factor score. Back at 50 yards now with the dot on. I shot it in 9 seconds with 3 Charlies. There are alphas. I know you can't see them with the footage, but there are alphas there. Next, I have the dot off. Shot this in 17 seconds with 4 Charlies and 6 misses, so it was not a calculatable score because I went over time. And I didn't shoot it with the dot off after 9 misses at 25 yards. I just didn't feel like it was the safe or right thing to do to then back up to 50 and send rounds down range. This next drill is 2 on the left, a reload, and 1 on the right. I struggled big time with my reloads. Not sure with what was up, but I need to practice that more, so you guys will see me struggle with my reloads here. This is the dot off. Shot it in 7 seconds with 1 Charlie. This is with the dot obstructed. 6.8 seconds, excuse me, with 3 Charlies. This is back 25 yards, 7.89 seconds with 1 Charlie and the dot on. And then the next one, dot off, 8 seconds with 2 Charlies. Sorry you guys can't see all the rounds impacting. I was hoping the footage would be a little bit more clear. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit of that. But this is the dot obstructed, 9 seconds, and I had 3 misses, so really quite terrible. It was a lot harder to shoot with an obstructed view than I thought it would be. At 50 yards here, I had 8.6 seconds and 3 Charlies. A little bit smoother reloads on this second day, so I will take that. This is dot off at 50 yards, 9.6 seconds with 1 Charlie and 2 misses. So co-witnessing irons on your concealed carry, is it a priority? I'm not still totally convinced that you need it, guys. I definitely don't think it hurts to have them, by any means if you have the money laying around. However, just like anything else, I think training more and putting money towards ammo more than towards the dot or co-witnessing irons is probably going to be your best bet. If you already have the dot, I'd buy ammo before I bought co-witnessing irons. And again, my thought process is kind of was proved through this. At 7 yards, I was able to accurately put rounds on target with all 3 configurations of the dot. At 25 yards, it became more difficult with the dot being blocked. Again, I don't really know what situation your dot would be completely blocked like that, like as a concealed carry pistol. But anyway, at 25 yards, I was able to get rounds on target that would stop someone with the dot completely off, which is the more realistic scenario. And then out at 50 yards, although they weren't great shots and I missed 6 out of 10, I still had 4 rounds on target that were in the lower abdomen area that I believe would have been able to stop somebody. Would irons have helped me at that distance at 50 yards? Yes, undoubtedly. I probably would have been more accurate and had more rounds on target. So I don't necessarily think, I guess in my mind, it's not really an argument of are irons going to help you? They are. Are they a priority? I'm kind of wishy-washy on that. I think buying more ammunition is going to help me become a better shooter, which in return should help me, if my dot was ever off, to be more proficient still in my shot. Somebody who shoots way more than I do and is a master shooter in handguns, if their dot goes off, their natural point of aim and their ability to just put that pistol in the exact same spot every single time, it's probably going to lead to much better results than what I got, even with their dot off. I think the most important thing, as like I've said, is training. But if you are going to buy a dot, getting a good, reliable dot is the big thing. Understanding how it works. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong buying co-witnessing irons. I also don't think you're wrong to not buy them, I guess is where I come to. Will I ever get them? When it becomes a priority for me, I probably will. And I have that money sitting around. So kind of a wishy-washy answer. I was hoping to get a little bit more solid answer of yes or no. I was hoping my shooting would either be just trash or my shooting would be amazing and I could say, yep, you need them, or nope, you don't. But it's pretty up in the air, I guess, to me still at this point. So let me know what you guys think down below, if you need co-witnessing irons or if you don't, or if you have them or if you don't. If you do have them, what brand do you have or what do you recommend? As always, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.